There you go. Look, that's the boat that we put on the sea. Yeah, as you can see, it's not. This isn't even a brand new one. But if you look at the width difference, that's why it was taking so long to go. It was so slow on the road because there just wasn't the width of the belt to get a decent speed going. So I need to undo these bolts here, and there's well, usually there's a thing for moving it, but not on this one. So I might actually, yeah, so there's usually an adjuster bar that bolts on here and goes through here, but this one hasn't got it. So, but I've got a new belt somewhere. Where have I put? Ah, there it is. So you put it on already. A new belt, a Dunlop belt, from a local bearing place. And what you do is you put that around the pulley once you've got this one on, and to tension it, you tighten that engine belt up and it pulls this back. But you got to keep on turning it. You got to turn the whole thing every so often to get this belt to open the pulley properly. Otherwise it doesn't sit right and it just strains everything. But yeah, so busy day. That's how it's going to work out. You adjust the belt tension, this belt tension, by actually moving the whole engine. There's these threaded rods on each side, and you move it back and then clamp it back on again. Obviously I've got to do a trial run to see if this belt actually fits, because if it might not fit. There you go, what's going on here? It's going all dark. Yeah. You have to actually as well, and I'll show you. When you set it all up, you have to readjust the hydraulics as well. All these hydraulic levers have to adjust, and this has to adjust, because otherwise you end up with it either too tight or too loose. So it's all fun and games. It certainly takes a lot longer than you'd expect, but there you go. Sometimes it doesn't take as long, but it usually takes longer than you expect. So there you go. I wouldn't do it if I didn't like doing it. So I'll see you later. A little bit of success with this, but the traction belt seems pretty good. Nice and tight. With a traction belt, you should, although we haven't got it now, with a little bit of adjustment still on here. They had modified it. They drilled an extra hole there for some reason, so they'd obviously had a reason to fit a slightly worn belt, and they've modified it so they get a bit more use out of it. But that's the slide there. There should be an adjuster here as well, but I'll have to try and find one to bolt on somewhere. But that's these pulleys, when correctly adjusted, should have a slight gap in the bottom there. Variator pulleys with the posi-torque spring should always have pressure on the belt. If they're touching, the pressure's on the pulley rather than on the belt. But I'm going to have to get a slightly shorter belt. This one, unfortunately, I'll have to go back and get a slightly shorter one, because I've tensioned it up, and that relay is actually on the body of the combine, and the engine's pushed over to it. I've just noticed. Hopefully I haven't damaged it. But yeah, so we'll have to come back another day, next week or something, and finish off. But never mind, at least I've not got to use it today. But there you go. Right, I'll New Holland in a minute. Okay, see you in a minute.